Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am Ashutosh Kumbare. Today we'll dive into one of the most important concept in Palantir Foundry, the ontology. Whether you are beginner or you are already working with Foundry, understanding ontology and object type will completely change the way you think about the data. At the end of this video, I'll also walk you through a live practical demo on how to actually create an ontology object type. So stick around. So let's get started with the basics. In Foundry, an ontology is a structured semantic layer that sits on top of your dataset. Think of it as an two layer of your organization. It maps real-world entities, events, and their relationships into a common language. The ontology contains everything together in a consistent structure. It is nothing but mapped or blueprint of an organization, clearly defining everything in the world and how it relates. Okay, so let's move forward. Now, what is ontology object types? Inside the ontology, one of the key building block is object type. An object type is basically a definition of a real world thing. So now you might get confused between ontology and ontology object types. Ontology is nothing but collection of object types, and object types are a meaningful transformed dataset like employee dataset, machines dataset, orders dataset, purchase dataset, so on and so forth. Let's take an example. Here you can see that we are having an SAP source. From SAP, I'm having different data sets, and these data sets are then um, transformed and created a single meaningful real world data set, nothing but customer. And using this data set, I had created ontology's customer object type. Similarly, I am also having other object types as well. And the collection of these all object types is creating an ontology, nothing but a blueprint of an organization, also called as ontology of an organization. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation. Object types are derived from dataset, but still their naming convention are different. So properties in object types are columns of dataset. Object or instance in object type are rows in dataset. Links in object types are joins in datasets. If you filter objects, for example, all employees in department, that becomes an object set. So you now might wondering what is the need of ontology. So here are four reasons why ontology is important. Mostly, I think two of them are more important, that is consistency and quality. Just have a look on other reasons as well. I'll be also sharing this PPT. You can find the link in the description. So now let's move forward for the practical. So this is our Palantir's welcome dashboard. On the left hand side, we'll see a Foundry slide bar. So click on Files, and now we'll create a new project.
You can either select, we'll go with production project. You can give a name based on your project. We are using a Walmart data here. So I'll be sharing all the documents in the description below. So now just click on create project. Yeah. So you can see the project name. Now we'll create some folders. Inside dataset, I am creating two more folders, transform and clean. Now just get back to a project folder. Here in manual input, we'll upload our Excel file. Before that, I'll just show you the Walmart sales dataset. So this is how our dataset looks like. And simply, I'll just drag and drop our Excel file.
So now here you'll get multiple options. You can directly convert into dataset. If it's a media data or unstructured data, or you just want to upload a simple CSV or JSON, whatever file format, you can select with respect to that. For now, we'll go with the spreadsheet one, where the data will be showcased in Foundry's Fusion sheet. Click on upload. This is Foundry's Fusion sheet. So we'll just open it. It is similar to Excel, but does not have much features as Excel. But you can like make the letters bold, italic, or some basic features of Excel. Now let's create the table. You can select all using Control A and click on new tables of your left side. We need to sync this table with the dataset so that we can create a new dataset, and we'll just give a name to that particular dataset. Click on add new table. Now the sync has started. From this particular Fusion sheet, we are creating a dataset called Walmart sales dataset, which will be at this particular location. But I want this particular dataset in another folder, which is nothing but a raw folder. So we'll just quickly change the location and move it to raw folder. You can see other things as well. The sync is going on. Apart from this, you can also manually select the data types of the column. So for now, I'm setting the stores data type as a string. I'll let you know the reason behind this. In my upcoming video, I'll be using this object type. So let's set the data types quickly.
So once you click on save, a new sync will be started with respect to the changes. Let's open this dataset in a new tab. You can see a new sync is in progress. You can even see the progress of the sync. So it's done. So let's get back to our dataset and let's refresh it. Now you can see our data types are here. Now let's go back to our project folder and let's add some cleaning and transformation to this dataset. Here I'll create a new folder called logic, in which we'll use code repository to do our transformation. You can even use pipeline builder. It's a no code, low code tool, but for now we'll go with the code repository. In code repository, there are multiple options if you want to create a pipeline, function, module. For now, we'll go with pipeline. As of now, we are having three options for doing transformations and creating pipeline. We'll select Python and give a name to our code repository. Just click on code repository and initialize. Let's close all the tabs, and this is how Palantir's code repository look like. You can even shift to VS Code, which is exact replica of our VS Code application. You can even use this, but for now we'll use our code repository. As a developer, while writing a code, we should always follow some standards, like creating a proper folder structure and giving meaningful names to the files. So let's do it quickly. I don't need this example.py file. I'll just delete it. And in dataset, we'll create two new folders. First, clean, and second will be transform folder, in which we'll store our transform dataset and clean dataset. It's good practice to do logical commits after a step. So let's start with the cleaning of the dataset. In the dataset folder, I'll create a Python file naming it as clean walmart sales.py. So here you can see a basic Python file template by Foundry. Here you can give RID or location of your input and output datasets. I'll replace this output location with our clean folders location. Copy the location on your left. So now whenever we run the Python file, the dataset will be in a correct location. Now let's get the input dataset as well. It will be in our raw folder. We'll just copy the RID. Here RID is nothing but resource identifier, a unique value given to every resource within Palantir. Give a meaningful name to your input file. And now let's build and try whether everything's working fine. Okay, so if you had not turned off the auto commit, this message will always pop up after doing some changes in the transformation file. You can simply click on merge the changes and the commit will happen. In this clean section, you can apply a basic cleaning operation on your raw data sets, like removing null values, replacing name with snake case, or data type change. But for now, I'll simply convert the column names to snake case. Make sure you had uncommented the required input lines. Let's do a preview of our logic by clicking on the preview button, which will show a glimpse of our data. Meanwhile, let's do a commit, and if everything's look good, you can build your dataset. Now our dataset is ready, so you can see the changes done in the dataset. I'll use this clean output dataset as an input for our transform section.
And doing this will create a pipeline which can be further viewed in the lineage application. So now let's create a Python file in the transform section. Let's select the input dataset and the output location of this particular transform file. Feel free to apply any business logics or transformation here in this section. For now, I'm just creating a primary key column on our cleaned file using concatenation operation. Once you are done with all your transformations, hit commit and give a logical commit and then build your dataset. Make sure your dataset should have a primary key column because if you want to create an ontology object type of your dataset, the primary column should be there. That's the prerequisite. Now, to create an ontology object type, we'll use Foundry's ontology manager. So you can just do Control J and search for ontology manager. Open the application. Here you can see there are already some object types provided by Foundry. So to create our own object type, on top right corner, click on New, select existing dataset, select your dataset, do next. If you want to give some description, you can give. Like here, I'll just give a sales dataset as a description and hit next. Here are all the columns, and now we'll select a primary key column. To next. For now, I'll not create any action type and just create the object type.
Our object type is yet to save in the ontology manager. Prior that, we'll take a look on edits, what all edits we are gonna do, and once all set, we can save all the changes and edits to our ontology. So congratulations, you had just created your first ontology object type. At this point, there is a lot you can do with it, like creating links between object type, defining actions, enabling materialization, and many more. We'll cover all this topic step by step in our upcoming videos. In my next video, I'll show you how you can leverage this object type to build a beautiful interactive report using Foundry's workshop application, just like this. So stay tuned, make sure to subscribe my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.